Hello and welcome to the Party Dungeon. This is Dungeon Party. As always, your DM, Blake Peoples. That's me. And your cast will be joining us shortly. But first, some announcements and a recap. Announcement number 1. Thank you so much to our lovely patrons. You can see a list of them at the end of this episode. If you're interested in joining their wonderful ranks, getting some really cool rewards, check the link in the description below. Announcement number 2. Like, subscribe, please. We reached 110 subscribers recently, so that's cool. We'd love more. And we'd love that. I don't know. Yep. Announcement number 3. Somebody made us a subreddit, so I'll link that below. I guess check that out. We made a joke about it last time, and now it exists, so that's cool. I'll link it below if you're interested in going on it. Announcement, the next one. Keep your eye on the horizon. There's going to be some interesting video content coming your way. We're really working on trying to put out some more short form content that you might love or hate, I don't know. But hopefully you like it because we're working really hard on it. So we hope it's something that's up your alley. And the last announcement is stay great, y'all. We may have a small community, but it's a really wonderful one. So we really appreciate all of you. And we hope you continue to like our content and just be awesome. All right, time for a recap. So last time on Dungeon Party, the party chose a name. They are now known as the Fate Breakers. The Fate Breakers, who left the time-frozen dungeon that they were in previously, have begun making their way across the Hespin Mountains, trying to make their way back to Anya with the help of their friend Arkan Rendorian, who theoretically can get them out of the agreement they made with an orc to liberate the orc kingdoms, because they thought that might not be a great idea. And yeah, that's what's happening. They're stealthing on through. Nate's having some doubts, but I think the party is gonna keep on going with it. What do I mean, I think? I know! I was there! Anyway, hope you enjoy this next session, and if you don't, that's okay too. But you're gonna watch it now. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Whoops.
If we're gonna stealth, we're gonna stale.
Cool, make stealth checks.
Sweet.
If you
I
spend
just roll
time
in the
putting
mud.
mud on yourself, you get advantage. If you don't, you don't.
All right, I'll
I'm rolling in that mud,
Woo.
baby.
Nat 20 from Arkan, baby.
Could I disguise self covered in mud?
Sure.
So it's not real mud? Yeah, that's a Thuvius thing to do. How many spell slots do I have? 3? 4? 3. 3. 3 spell slots. Oh!
Cool.
I didn't need the advantage, but I'll... 28.
Nate.
19.
No, 29.
Cool.
13, Herky, 25. Again.
22.
Nat 20 from Arkan. You guys are stealthy. You spend the rest of your day going. As night falls, Arkan says, we're about 2 days out, honestly. That flying thing really helped out a lot. Might not help out in the future, though, because we're going to go upwards from here, but...
Well, we can jump high. We can get up to a higher cliff.
Potentially.
Yeah.
But for now...
Maybe not, like, cut out a whole day of travel, but, like, half a day of travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say we set up camp here.
Okay. Everyone remember how we set up camp heading out after Anya? We dug a little thing, covered it with fronds and leaves and stuff. Do that again.
No fire.
No fire. We're gonna have to cuddle up. It's fine.
Is it cold?
It's getting cold.
We're in the mountains.
It's also
the winter
month started today.
If you can use prestidigitation to warm a liquid, does blood count as a liquid?
No.
Can you just like
Boil
warm-
me, baby.
Blood bending.
No,
Warm.
doesn't count. No, you do. It is the
I don't
first.
know,
It is the first day of
prestidigitation.
Sesmar by your calculation. So you are now in the winter month.
I
It's
think I've
getting
got
cold.
the fires of hell in my soul. I'm good.
Okay, Mike.
Well, if you have, then you can help someone who doesn't have the fires of hell.
Regardless, who's taking watch?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll keep watch.
I'll take the second half.
Perfect.
Should we double
Night.
up?
Argus
I'm
is-
always the one to double up.
No,
Would you like to double up with
I
one
would
of
like
us?
to double up.
Would you like to keep watch with me and Herky, or with... Well, whoever stays with one, Herky can stay with the other. So would you like to watch with me or Thuvius?
I'm still a little wired, so I'll stay up.
I guess I was first, wasn't I? It's me and then...
You sound like you regret that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Does Herky need to sleep?
You don't know.
He hasn't yet, right?
Weird.
He's cuddled up with people, but you don't know if he slept. Cool. Perception checks. 2 of you on the first watch.
10.
17.
You hear the sound of goats at one point during the night,
Big goats.
probably.
Big goats, little
But-
goats.
Not much else. Herky and Thuvius.
Herky was a 14.
21.
21. You hear the sound of large, loud footsteps yelling at goats.
Herky has blind sight, so he doesn't care about people being invisible. Yesterday.
Yeah. But yeah, you hear.
What language is that?
What do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Draconic, Novish, and Dwarvish.
None of those. You hear the loud thump, and then the bleeding stops.
And I'm trying to
The
learn
bleating stops, and the footsteps
The bleeding
go
starts.
away.
The bleeding stops and the bleeding starts.
Yeah, probably
That's about all
giant.
that happens during your watch.
Probably.
Morning comes. Arkin's like, all
I'm
right,
trying to learn Sylvan.
let's do it again. Today's your last free day, right? So let's try to make as much distance as we can.
Should
Okay.
we ride?
That's up to you.
Let's ride.
Let's ride!
Can you do your invisible thing?
Yes, again.
Point us in the direction.
Oh no.
He's fine. Something he's good at. That way.
Herky.
Yeah. You fly. When you land, he's like, yeah. You go up and like land on the side of a mountain, so you don't like drift as much, but you sort of go. Turkey sort of slides down the other side, and you manage to you cut out a good chunk of the time that you were going to spend before.
Cut out the mountain, that's exhausting.
Yeah. Well, one of many. You're in the mountains.
Do we see anything crazy?
Hespen.
See anything cool?
Not in particular. You're back in sort of like the pine tree area, not the one where Zot chased you. You flew past that. Well, you see it's over in the distance. You're taking a different route back than you took here. Nothing too particularly wild. You see a big old empty bird's nest on one of the mountains, but there's nothing in it anymore. You land, yeah. You spend the rest of your day continuing on.
Yeah.
And yeah, Arkin's like, dusk falls, and Arkin says, all right, so since this is your last free day, I suggest we continue on into the night a little bit. Maybe get a late start in the morning so we can all get a full rest, but get as far away as we possibly can tonight, so we can make it for sure tomorrow.
Wasn't there some confusion about his counting of days?
Yeah, we technically have one more day, but he didn't think so.
Yeah, right. Well,
Oh, I was supposed to roll that perception with a disadvantage.
Why?
The sunlight sensitivity.
Oh yeah, it doesn't super matter.
We weren't as fond of that.
You're starting
plan,
to
I guess,
adjust.
But, well, I gotta remember. I'll be better.
Okay,
You are better. You're
I
best.
thought that was only if your target was in sunlight.
they were.
Oh.
I mean, it's overcast, but it's still something.
There is a shadow.
Sure. Yeah, you, yeah. Do we feel good about this? I mean, do we want to continue?
Do
Yes.
orcs have dark vision?
I don't know.
Probably.
How do you know?
All the races
I've
have dark
dealt with
vision.
some orcs.
You haven't told us that.
Well, we don't know a lot about each other.
Yeah.
That's true, I guess.
Should get to know each other.
After all, we work together now.
Oh, right.
Looks to be.
Anyway, are we good with continuing on?
Yes.
Alright. Continues on. About an hour later, you all notice.
Should we roll stealth checks, or are we
Do
trying
you
to
want
be?
to move stealthily?
If we're walking at night, I think we should like be a
Alright,
little
well,
more
stealth checks.
cautious.
Do this.
23.
Nate,
15.
Elrel, and Herc.
12 and 27.
I assume you're the 12?
Yes. I rolled so poorly for myself and so well for Herky.
19.
Cool. Things go mostly without problem, but there's one point where Elrond steps on a twig and just a pack of rabbits flees from nearby.
It was just a rabbit.
And then an owl bit. Eventually, though, after about 2 hours now, if you're going stealthily, you all start to see a dim glow coming from ahead of you.
Like fire.
No. Just light, like whitish light.
Do you see that light? Oh, sorry. Do you see that light?
Thank you.
Okay, I think we should step off the path, hide, maybe send.
There's no path. You're
I-
going through wilderness.
Yeah, like go into the underbrush,
Everybody get in a hidden position.
hidden position, hide, unless one person. I'm assuming one of you two would be the best at the scouting ahead.
Sure.
Pick whichever, and
Do you care?
No, I don't.
Please care.
Yeah, no, I can scout ahead.
I was about to suggest rock paper scissors, but
No, I can
Yeah.
run
cool,
out ahead.
do it.
Stealth. No, you already rolled stealth. You're good.
Rock, paper, shears.
You go up. You sort of weave between the trees, and in the distance you see slowly. You can slowly start to make out the light is coming from a small cabin.
Cabin in the woods.
Yes.
Sitting inside, Shia LaBeouf.
What a throwback.
I'm gonna. Can I see any of them if I turn around?
Not really at this point.
Damn.
They might be able to see you, but they're hidden in underbrush. So.
Well, I have to see them to cast message. Just boom. All right. I want to move up on the cabin.
Make another stealth check for that.
Yeah. Luckily, I took expertise in stealth.
Yes, you did.
That was it. It was stealth and it was the two things I was bad at was stealth and perception.
Good things for rogues to be bad, wizards to be bad at.
Yeah. 24.
You sneak your way up, and as you get closer, there's no sound coming from this cabin, really. The window, there's no glass in the windows, there's just holes in the thing. This thing seems pretty poorly and shoddily constructed. As you approach, you sort of get up to the cabin, and it is just utter silence inside. You want to look in the windows? Or?
I'm gonna very cautiously peek in a window.
You look in, and you sort of wince a little bit as the source of the light is in this room. In this room, there are two figures, both of them laying on the ground. One of them has many slash wounds in him, and seems to have bled out. The other one is sort of burnt. They're both dead. The one that's burnt has in his sort of like near his hand a sword. This sword is a like dark, deep black metal that seems roughly hewn onto a very slender silvered handle, and in the hilt of this sword, long sword sized, is a gemstone that's giving off a faint sort of rainbow dispersion around the room, like when you shine a light through a prism. And
Yeah.
That's where this it's not faint. It's pretty bright from here, but that's where the light is coming from. The other one has a staff sort of across his now deceased hand. The staff is a wooden staff, pretty sleek wooden staff with sort of curves of wood that tangle around it to the top, which is shaped like a crook, with a white orb in the center of the crook. There is a cot and a table in this cabin, but that is it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the door of the cabin and push it open.
One of the top hinge isn't.
Oh, okay. So are their weapons still in their hands?
Near. It seems as though they died fighting each other.
Huh.
Or perhaps the staff user burnt this one and then bled out from its wounds quickly thereafter. The blood is not fresh. This has been here for a while.
Do they have any distinctive?
One of them is there's nothing left.
Can I tell what race we're dealing with? Or?
Medium-sized one. He took a close-up fireball. You get the sense. There's not a whole lot left of him. The other one is a human man. He seemed to have been dressed in robes, so there wasn't any particular iconography on it. Blonde hair.
That's what Thuvius wears.
Not terribly long. No hat though.
Lame.
So,
I'm gonna pick up the staff.
pick it up.
Anything weird about it?
I mean, certainly magic.
Okay.
You'd likely have to attune to it.
I'm gonna head back to the group.
You gonna leave the sword?
Yeah, I'm worried about that sword. I'm scared of that sword.
You return to the group
It's
with a beautiful staff in hand. Like it's glorious.
it's
You got that.
I found this.
What's that?
It's a cabin. We could
That's not a cabin.
stay.
What's
This
that?
is a staff.
Yeah.
Walking good walking stick. There's a
I
cabin.
think it's used for walking.
Well, no, I'm very interested in what it is actually. There's a cabin. We could probably make camp in there. The previous owners are deceased.
Are the bodies still in the cabin?
Yes, one of them had a staff. The other one had a sword. That's what's giving off the light. Is the light still? Can I still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why didn't you grab the sword?
I don't know. Instinct.
So your instinct made you not grab the dead man's sword, but you did grab the other dead man's staff?
Man's got a point here. Weird choice.
Look, my whole shtick is look like a wizard, fight like a rogue, right? So gaudy staff, wizard. Gaudy sword, that's not a wizard thing. You're gonna have to.
You met any battle mages, son?
Fair
I
point.
mean, I fight with a bow and a sword.
He does. Sometimes he's up
I
there.
use a bow and a sword as well, but I don't.
You do. Sometimes you're up there.
Well, I mean, dead bodies ears are cleared. This sounds like good shelter.
I can go get. We can go
We
get
can
the
go.
sword.
Let's go in the cabin.
Glowing swords make me nervous. All right.
Cool.
You head up to the cabin. You all see the same site.
There's nothing sneaky about a glowing sword.
I can just put a cloth around the hill.
I could.
As
At
you
the
touch
pommel.
it,
Yeah.
the glow sort of subsides to very dim.
Can I? You know what?
Karasu says, "See that?"
I saw that.
No. he
Oh,
wants
you'll
you to-
see that. Oh.
He sort of starts waving around. He recently gained longsword proficiency, so he's sort of waving around to see if he can do anything with it.
Do you want that?
Interesting.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe you attune to that while we rest. Hopefully nothing terrible happens to you, but we'll need to find a cleric if something does, but oh well.
He's gonna put it on the ground. Later,
Well, you can.
identify.
If
Later
you
on.
want, if
Later
you want to
identify.
be boring about it, if you want to have fun, potentially use this the moment that you arrive, then you could attune to it right now. Okay.
Later, make choice. Would feel more like myself.
Okay. Are you going? Do you feel good about that staff? Would you like to try and focus on it during this rest?
Well, I'll meditate and then I'll attune, or I'll attune and then meditate.
Sure.
Sorry, you're a rogue, right?
Oh right, yeah. I mean,
Do you think you can?
well, I can certainly probably attune to it. Once I do, it might not be useful to me.
No, some things you can't attune to if you don't meet the requirements.
Oh, I've never stumbled across
In
that.
fact, it's mostly staffs that are like that. Just from my experience. Well, there's this one snake staff. You have to be a druid or a warlock, I believe.
I'm getting strong vibes that maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
You can do whatever you want.
I feel like we have one full caster in this party.
Right, and I hand it to Elric.
I'm flattered. And while technically I am a full caster,
I'd call you a half.
I have
I'm a third.
wizard, warlock, sorcerer. Usually all. You want this, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, take it. I really don't need anything.
It's sick. It's a nice staff.
I'm fine. I don't need
Sorry,
anything.
Chelsea.
You didn't get the staff. I didn't get the sword.
To be fair, the last step I made was for you, and Chelsea got it. So
I was really tempted to just... No, I want the staff.
That was for Karasu.
the staff for Karasu.
The lightning one?
It was for him.
Oh, fuck. But then Karasu sold it.
I can't use bow staffs.
Last
You
time
can
I
train.
listened to you.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, or do you want to try to attune to
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
I mean, either of them could have used it.
Since
I
I
could have
have-
used it.
Now I have my dope adamantine sword.
Okay, let's not fight.
We got
with
got
the
stuff
DM.
last time.
Anybody could have used
On
anything.
who?
Anybody can use. Well, most everybody can use anything.
I'm just curious.
What does it
Hack
look like
weapons,
again?
baby.
This is important.
It's a sleek sort of white staff with white
yeah,
woody
pretty
staff
soon sword.
with sort of like
Gandalf
Weapons
bitches.
aren't gonna matter for me.
sort of
Definitely level
with
up.
sort
It
of
doesn't
wood
matter if I have a weapon
swirls
anymore.
around it up into a crook,
'Cause I'm gonna
like
start-
a crook's head
start
with a
summoning
white
swords.
gem just in the center, suspended in the center of it.
Like Bo Peep.
Sort of like a cool
Exactly
arcade
like
Peep.
Bo Peep.
Like classic white mage gear, you know?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it. Boy gets the cot.
Why? I'm fine.
You're
I slept on the floor before. I'm full health.
I roll
Give
out
it
my
to someone
sleeping
else.
bag.
Yeah, I've got a bedroll.
one of us needs to take the cot, and
You
I'll just.
just- You take it.
I'll take the god.
Do you want it?
Sure.
Take it. I just thought.
Maybe you have back pain because you don't give yourself the bed often enough.
You have back pain? You should take the god.
Mm-hmm.
I am
You should
fine.
take drugs.
That is not a solution. They are a gateway to worse drugs, is what I was taught in the military.
You could
All
like
right.
put your bag or something like under your knees. It like flattens out the curve in your back. I heard.
I'll try that.
Good.
All right.
Ah! This is my. Oh. Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to say it.
You can if you want to. It's up to
Cool.
you.
Beautiful wooden staff.
Stop.
No. Finn told me to elevate my feet, put my bag under my knees
Sure.
while I sleep, but my bag's pretty big, so it's like this.
So I assume you two are doing watches still?
Oh, I forgot about watches.
I'll keep watch, yes.
I'll watch.
You first, you two second. Do
Would-
that.
Cool.
Okay, Herky will watch with me. Come on, Hercules then. So I rolled a 12. Herky rolled a 6.
Things seem fine. If I'm,
Oh
Never
boy.
mind, too late. Okay.
yeah, two of you.
Holy shit.
I forgot to.
What do you-
So,
I forgot to summon up my
9.
17.
17. You hear the sounds of bears fighting, but they don't get too close to the cabin.
Circle of life.
Yeah.
Territorial disputes.
And in the morning, well, damn it, before the morning, Finn, you've gone to sleep, cradling your staff. You have a dream.
Cursed item, cursed item. Okay.
You have a
Thanks,
dream
Chelsea.
of you standing on the precipice of a mountain. Below you, people worshiping at your feet, holding this staff, glory, both of its effects on your person, as people chant, Finn, 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 and you wake up.
Finn, 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 Finn.
And the rest of you have woken up, and you hear Finn sort of whispering that.
What?
You're chanting in your sleep. It was kind of grating, so I thought I'd wake
I'm
you up.
attuned to it, right?
You are attuned to it.
So my clothes don't fit.
You notice something different about Finn. As he goes to stand up, he stands about a head taller than you.
I'm 6'5",
He's-
baby.
Finn is now 6'5". His clothes no longer fit.
Ah! Ah!
We'll wear a loincloth for the time being, Finn.
Ooh, ooh.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
they were here before.
Yeah.
They're shorts now.
Hey, Arkin, thanks for taking the staff from me.
You're welcome.
I don't like this. Can you please explain?
Finn, how do you feel?
I feel good. Oh, feel good. Just my
Your voice is the same.
Oh, damn it.
You try to make it deeper.
Can you please explain?
What? What?
Nothing.
I didn't do it.
Whatever.
Why are you taller than me?
I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the staff. This is
It definitely has to do with the
What does this staff do?
Oh, well, I feel like it just makes me more awesome. In summary.
I would like to know the details, because I don't like surprises, especially from you.
Okay, so,
You know the name of it too.
yeah. So it's a staff of glory. While I'm attuned to it, I can't be charmed or frightened. I grow 1 foot in height. I have advantage on charisma checks involving boasting or self-confidence. So I'm unstoppable, bitches! And, once per long rest, I can flip a coin, and I can either gain a flight speed of 60 for an hour, or, I didn't read this far because I got too excited. Or a brilliant crown appears on my head and I gain a +4 bonus to charisma. And the ability to cast Charm Monster once without expending a spell slot.
I mean, I kind of wish I had kept it.
Why are you looking at me like that? I'm totally like...
Okay, don't let it go to your head, okay?
I'm going back to meditating.
No,
It's the morning.
It's morning.
I'm going back to meditate. Did I stutter?
as... Never mind.
As what?
Can you, like, give me a win for once, man?
What do you mean?
What? You're
It's cool.
Yeah! And you immediately go, oh, don't let it go to your head.
Because you look
You
cool.
asked what it was, I told you what it does.
I said you looked cool.
And you said, don't let it go to my head.
Because you look cool.
Thank you.
Teenagers.
I'm taller than you, bro. What can I say?
I'm used to it. Doesn't affect me. Should we
How
keep
can I
going?
let it go to my head.
Okay.
Crossy's gonna pick up the sword, which he has wrapped in his cloak, and take it with him. He's like, alright, we should be able to get there pretty soon.
Karasu,
Sweet,
based
yeah.
on what we've learned, maybe don't attune to that sword.
Or maybe do it.
Unless you want to be tall.
Everyone's mad
You-
about the height.
I'm not mad at the height.
No one's angry. No one's
I was shocked. I was shocked by the height. I'm not mad at it.
Yes.
A boy needs to go
as
through
you
a
leave,
growth
you-
spurt.
Oh, you smack your head on the door. You are not used to being this high up in the air.
That's what I do in game.
We'll
So, for the course of the rest of the day, it only takes you, like, it doesn't take you too terribly long, but you manage to make your way back, and you see Anya's observatory in the distance.
Finally.
We're here, so you're welcome. And he pulls out his bag, and he hands 20 platinum to you.
Thank you.
As the rest of your payment.
I forgot we were getting paid.
So 4 platinum each.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
thank you. Oh wait, so I had an arcane focus before. That's just kind of
If you attune to this one, this is now your arcane.
okay.
focus.
Cool.
You can hold on to the other one.
Yeah, it was just like a gem around my neck. So
So what's the conversion rate on this?
4 platinum is equal to 40 gold. Oh, is there a different?
No, that's right.
Okay.
4 platinum, 40 gold.
Mm-hmm. But I keep track of everything because I'm crazy. It's so much fun.
I never called you crazy.
No,
People are
I'm
slapping
saying-
back at me
I'm
today.
No, not you. I'm.
Today just started.
It was a. Never mind. Let's.
I have never had this much money in my
I'm
life.
gonna get out of these woods. I need a bath. A bath.
Hey,
Yes.
the river's a nature's bath.
Put that down.
I want a city.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get teleported to the wrong place.
There is no bathtub where we are teleporting.
Anya!
We're gonna teleport
You make your way into
straight into
Anya's,
the bathtub.
she is sort of looking up the telescope and cursing to herself. And she's like, oh, you're back. Did you get the thing?
We're back.
Well, he's here, so
We're back.
Yeah, we have it.
Yes.
I'm holding it.
she takes it from you and
Yeah.
immediately starts slotting it in. All right, thank you.
Whenever we can be teleported.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We got a name.
Yes. What is it?
The Fate Breakers.
I like it.
Wait, he
Takes out
didn't
her
say
book.
it. He didn't
No,
say it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that we were all saying it.
I
Oh,
said.
we counted down from 3.
What?
You're taller than you used to be.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
That's what I said.
You know.
All right. So, I know the sigils to 2 teleportation circles in Nildor.
Where are they?
The first one is in the capital, Elmendor.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is in the coastal town of Rexilion. You know that Rexilion is closer to Bizzleben. It's a coastal. It's on the east coast. It's really on the divide between North and South Nildor. It's not inside the Henwaith, the big forest of North Nildor, but it's sort of on the outskirts. It's famous for being sort of the last pit stop on the way to where the Cryptals live, up in Irdael in their sort of castle on the shore.
Are either of these in vampire territory?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
And Elmendor is
The capital.
quite a distance away from Bizzleben, but you
Up to you.
have spent a lot of time there, so you know that place. You know people who are there. You know you have resources that are in that area.
Up to you, dude.
Well, we don't need to go back to Bizzleben, I don't think.
Oh.
You want to go to Elmendor.
Oh yeah, but I've never been to Rexilion. I hear they have great hot springs.
You're not in much of a rush to finish the job.
Well, I mean, I was imprisoned in time for 4 weeks, so if I had a deadline, it's passed.
You had a deadline to travel the continent?
No, I mean, I didn't.
Okay. You had a 3-week
What
deadline?
I mean to say is I did not.
How
Can we
long
go to the bathroom as we make this discussion?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
How long would it take to travel your continent? This continent?
I mean, it sort of depends on the routes that you take, but the shortest amount of time.
Like, just like coast to coast, straight across the middle. Although your continent's a little
Yeah,
curved,
it's
but
to get from, let's say, the west coast of Caerleone to the east coast of Zymor or Nildor, 4 months.
oh shit. I guess that makes sense though.
Yeah.
Because there's no like cars.
Yeah, you're not driving. That's like by horseback about 4 months.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'll say I don't mind whichever one we go to. They're both fine for me. I don't know what you're looking for.
Well,
Don't know what your job is. But if you want to accompany me to the buyer, that is in Elvendor.
if I'm being perfectly honest, I've been asked to leave the vampire situation, so I also don't really care.
I
where we
need
go.
vampire lifeblood.
Since when?
What?
It's on my shopping list.
What the fuck kind of shopping list is this?
When were you gonna tell us that?
What else is on your shopping list, Elril?
It's
What?
coming along quite nicely. That's one of the things I do need.
But
I don't-
is this
Wait,
connected?
when were
no.
you gonna tell us this?
When it was convenient, and since
Is this
it almost
related to
seems
the
be taken off
Hortifact
of our list-
thing?
Yes.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I need vampire lifeblood.
Elril's going shopping.
I don't know if that is related to normal vampire. Do all vampires have vampire lifeblood, or was that something special? I don't know. I need to learn more about that.
Arcana, I guess? Yeah, Arcana.
Is this even a thing we would know?
I've been
You can try.
trying to follow vampire.
Sure.
Maybe I took a really weird class.
6.
Vampires drink blood.
Yeah.
So you know that.
Yeah.
Is it the blood of?
Christ.
Don't. I had to go to
Who's
church this
Christ?
morning. 19.
My cousin.
19.
Mm.
It's a term you've heard.
Does it? I mean,
It's a term you've heard.
Can I only get it from a vampire?
You know that Spawn don't have blood in the same way that.
I feel like
normal
Thubius is
people do.
guessing
Yeah,
that he might know.
that's sort of where you're at.
I mean, the only certain vampiric creatures,
Yes.
certain ones don't have blood. I can tell you that.
So I need to find one that does have blood.
I don't know.
I'm not done with the vampires yet.
Oh, me neither.
And you aren't either.
No.
Okay, well, then it sounds like what we're doing.
I'm sorry if you're.
Oh, wait.
If there's a problem with your family, we could perhaps find a more discreet
My,
way to do things.
My family is quite used to me getting into problems at this point.
Well, my 2 cents is I'm looking for my boy. Not my boy, the boy I was told to protect.
Who is this boy?
Long story short, guard for House Durain. I was in charge of the youngest son. During the Vampire War, when it began, we got attacked. I was trying to get the boy to safety. Got knocked out, woke up, boy was gone. And I'm not showing my face. I told myself I wouldn't show my face in Elmendor until I... Is there something there?
Pins up there now.
Do that!
Sorry, I was trying to roleplay.
Roleplaying is. My eyes are here!
We're all
No,
gonna,
Chelsea, we gotta put like a bunch of pillows in.
we're all gonna look
My
over
eyes are
Chelsea.
down here.
My eyes are down here.
Are these jeans or pictures of jeans?
They're pajamas.
pajamas.
Um,
Video pajamas.
Well, alright, so that.
Hey, maybe he's been taken by the vampires. We can find the boy, get the vampire lifeblood.
well, he was definitely taken by the vampires as it was vampires who attacked us.
He was taken by the vampires 3 years ago.
It's not looking good, I know that, and it's my
This is
fault.
over here wincing. Like
But I have
How
to...
old was this boy?
He was 10.
Oh.
he's 13.
What race was he?
He was an elf.
Oh, an elf child taken by vampire.
What? Does that mean something special?
Well, no, I mean he's just.
I mean, you don't often see elven children outside of elven houses.
And also, elven children, you know, they don't fend for themselves well. Do you remember any of that? I mean, it's hazy at this point.
Oh yeah, we know that elven children are defenseless.
Oh wait, does any child fend for themselves well?
Some races by 13 are, you know, pretty ready to go at it.
Hi.
6'5", 14.
There's definitely some race that's like mature by 13.
Yeah.
Aarakocra.
I think
Yeah.
half orcs 15. They're adults.
Yeah.
Goblins as
But like elves, I mean, the first 100 years.
The
Well,
The
okay, the first
100
50 years.
are considered. Well, it all depends on the world. All
The
depends
first
on world.
the first 50
I don't
years.
know. I wasn't treated like an adult until I was like 200.
Oh.
Well, different elf cultures,
I
shall
mean,
we
you're
say?
also like a male drow, so
Yeah,
infantilized to a certain degree.
yeah. Phoebus tries not to bring it up, but like, different elf cultures.
Okay, sure. So,
Inter-elf races.
Yikes. I mean, yeah.
Ding.
yeah, I guess. Okay.
So I've just been searching for him for 3 years, and I told myself I wouldn't go up to Elmendor until I found him.
Well, then
for
let's
many
go
reasons.
find him.
Okay, so you won't go to Elemendor.
That's what I should do.
So
No, I'm sorry.
you won't go to Elemendor.
Nate,
Sounds like we're going to the other one.
if
Yeah.
we're part of a guild, I guess we're a guild. Then
I like that.
your struggles are our struggles. So
What is this coming from the guy who wouldn't say our name?
I'm going to help you.
Thank you, and I'll help you by stabbing some vampires.
That is, that I'm very happy. All right, off we go.
So, Rexilion or Elemendor?
Well, I don't believe a young boy taken by vampires would be in Elmendor, so I've just been going to different other Nildorian cities and towns and countrysides, and I haven't been there yet.
Rexilion, it sounds like.
Rexilion it is. Arkin's like, yep, I'm coming. So she starts to draw her big runic teleportation circle on the ground. Finishes it up, writes in the runes, and says, "Can you guys step in? You might have to pay a fee when you get there. I don't know how it works at
How
Rexilion
much?
anymore.
Of what?
Of gold.
Teleportation circles are a hot commodity these days.
All right.
Watch out for an orc named Zot. We're kind of double-crossing him a little bit.
What?
Oops.
She's a lizard folk. She's fine. She's got at least 13 AC.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, she's an old woman. She's dead.
She's not an old woman. She's just a woman.
She's an old lizard.
I imagine us being like kind of in like the water current in Nemo, just talking.
Yeah,
Just-
sort of. Yeah.
I'm picturing like the Doctor Who opening.
You sort of through time and space and find yourself in. Where is the page? That's Elementor. So, you find yourself in a very dark room. The only light that you can see is the circle that you are currently standing on. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you will hear a voice say, "Welcome to..." What? And you look.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, and you see a figure dressed in a suit that doesn't quite fit her, with a boxy hat on her head, with white hair, looking very confused about you being here. What are you...
Henrietta?
Hen-
What are you guys... What?
What?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I work here now.
What?
What?
You got a job?
Yeah, no, you work here.
That high five!
I'm trying to get up to Irdael, but I don't really have a spell book right now, so I'm trying to make money to hire some guides to get me up there.
How much do you need?
Well, I just need people to take me up there. Why are you here? Are you following me?
No.
No.
We were
Also,
just
what happened to that one?
puberty.
This is Herky. Is Herky with us?
Herky is with you, yeah.
This is Herky.
She's like, oh, okay.
Wow. There goes keeping a low profile in the city.
Oh yeah. Herky. Nah.
He's fine.
He's
Herky's looking very confused.
just scratching.
No, this is just a happy coincidence. And Henrietta, I like your ambition in getting a job. It's very important, but I'd like to support you. How much you need?
I don't know. The going rate's
500?
You're just gonna give me 500 gold?
You
Yeah.
helped us out. We'll help you.
Okay, yeah.
I don't need this much.
I won't say no to that. Thank you.
Build a new coffin.
You want
Well,
to split
that was the plan.
250?
Okay.
No.
Well, okay,
I'll
I
pitch in. I mean,
my shift is almost done. I'll meet you outside.
How much you making?
Not very much.
yeah. I can
Oh,
imagine.
sorry. Speaking of gold, you do owe 20 of it
Each or just in
to this
total?
job, to this place.
For
20 total
all of
for the
us?
group.
Okay, here.
Okay.
Do you tip? I never know what
I
these
don't know.
things.
Do
We
you
just
tip?
tipped 500
Henrietta,
gold.
You're about to
That's
send me
true.
500.
That's it. That's a tip.
Okay.
It's a good tip.
My shift's gonna end. If you'll just wait outside, I'll go get changed and meet with you. meet up
What
with
is she,
you.
what is she wearing?
Like a small suit.
Oh, I was like a polo and jeans.
Yeah, it's like definitely an employee, and she's got one of those like boxy like movie theater usher hats
Yeah.
on.
Are we in a big town?
You're currently in a small dark room.
I'd like to step out of this small dark room.
You sort of have to cover your eyes a little bit as you step outside. The first thing that hits you is temperature. It is way colder here than it was over on the west coast. The winter months have
Thank
begun.
goodness.
Those of you with cloaks, so like Karasu and Duvius, feel pretty alright. Your sandals are keeping you warm. The two of you,
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, sandals of desert walking.
Yeah.
What if I have
My
resistance
sandals
to
and
cold?
socks.
You're still cold.
So cold.
The two of you, whoa, very, very cold.
And you're showing a lot of skin right now.
How's Herky feeling?
Herky's fine.
Herky, you're
Herky's
a
fine.
beautiful animal.
Herky's like. So you see before you, the temperature as well as the smell of brine hits you first. You find yourselves. You walk outside and you feel a little bit of splash on you. You look down and you're on a low cliff, right over the ocean, basically the Vastran Ocean. It is right down next to you. You see, it smells pretty overwhelmingly of fish around you, and you see that all of the buildings near you seem to be tanning or skinning or drying fish or crab. There are also these sort of hand crank elevators that people are lowering boats down into the water as they sort of sail off. See, up above you, there's one big elevator that is coming down from above on a much, much higher cliff. And you can see sort of over the top of the cliff that there are a lot of tall buildings up there. You seem to be sort of on an annex of the city rather than the city itself. This is a port area. Henrietta fairly quickly comes out to meet you, and she is... I'm going to describe her clothing very specifically. so we do not run into the problem that we did last time.
That's a shame.
She is wearing a dark gray blouse with a bow that is adorned with skulls. She has a knee-length black skirt that flares out slightly in the bottom over what was probably once white leggings. And a dark cloak, very tattered dark cloak with pretty thick boots. What?
And her name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Does she have an umbrella?
She does not.
A black umbrella?
She doesn't.
It would really
No.
complete the picture.
She likes to dress like this.
I like it.
No, I know. It just seems like she would have a black umbrella.
She's gonna step outside and she's gonna actually, before anything, she's gonna say, I think this is for you, and hold out a letter.
Who would know I'd be here?
A letter got sent here a while ago. Nildorian guard told me that it was important that if a mustache-having guy came through here from Bizzlebin to give it to him.
Well, technically, I came here from the Zymor Empire. Not Zymor Empire. The Borgen Coalition.
It's addressed to Mustache, so
Well, I'm not the only mustache person.
that does ring a bell for you, though.
I'll open this up later.
Alright.
I'll open it now.
Anyway, welcome to Rexillion. Wow, I didn't expect to see you guys so soon.
I need a cloak.
Yeah, we can go up into town and get you one.
Come on, it's
Great.
racing.
Oh, it's cold here.
It's winter. I mean, it's Sithmar now, so.
Do some high
We
knees.
don't
Get your
really
blood
have,
pumping.
seasons under the ground where it's pretty much the same.
Hey,
oh.
LRL. Looks like we're going shopping.
See that Winfield's not here.
I know what I want. I have a quick list.
You and me.
No, yeah, your shopping
I need a
list.
cloak.
Maybe we can find some of the things
need-
on your shopping
I
list.
need a
dude.
full makeover.
You do.
I'm just gonna go pick up some clothing.
We gotta get on this elevator to go up.
Alright,
The elevator
let's go.
is included
To
in your
the
teleportation
mall?
flee, though.
Let's go.
We're going
If you're
there?
looking for shopping, well, I guess let me tell
We're
you a little
always
about,
looking.
about Rexillion. As you go, okay, well, first we'll describe it. As you go up, you find yourselves, as you reach the top, in a city comparable to the size of Greenwich, so pretty big, but less spread out. The buildings are much taller and a lot closer together, and are made of light gray stone and very light, sort of birchy wood. The building's materials give the place a much brighter look than most of the cities that you guys have ever seen, even though the sky is very gray and there is a slight drizzle happening right now. The place is bustled with that good old seaside town energy, I wrote, and most of the residents of the city seem pretty hardened by their environment. They're all like calloused,
Leathery.
bearded, leathery, but in a fairly good mood. They're sort of chatting to each other as they go by. You get a couple of nods. No one seems to turn a second glance at Herky, weirdly. They're just like, they give him a look and they're like, yeah. Henrietta will then explain. She's like, yeah, so Rexillion, crabbing and fishing is sort of like the biggest export here, but it's got a really, really sizable adventurer trade because of the proximity to Irdael, which is where the Cryptals live. They say it's a really treacherous journey to get there, and people want to test themselves, so there's a lot of adventurers who come through here. There's also most of the sea captains make good business getting people to Kurth from here. This is one of the best ports to get to Karth.
Well, aren't you a great tour guide?
I mean, I've been here for a weekish, so.
Get a load of this.
Basically, I need to go to Irdael because an old master of mine lives there, and I'm going to try to get my sort of spell book repaired. But also because their cryptals are some of the best sort of like. I need answers about my people. They're the best at finding things, really, other than the Brotherhood of the Earth and Grasp, so.
Well, we're all looking for things.
True.
Well, I don't know about you two.
I was going to go to the hot springs today because it's one of the sort of semi-private bath times if you guys want to come. You're paying me a whole lot, so I mean, I might as well
Just
treat you.
invite us to a private bath time? Or
Well, not like that, it's a hot spring.
Oh, okay.
We're looking.
I'm sorry, I
Maybe,
just- I
maybe
got
we should
a little
talk
confused.
in private. Cloak, a
Yes.
decent meal,
The two
and then we can chat.
the two best stores, if you're looking for sort of adventure supplies, is Hex & Company for magic stuff, and Privateer's Plunder, which is the same store that you saw in Durand.
Oh.
Privateer's Plunder for sort of everything else.
Right.
If you want like new clothes, they might have it at Privateer's Plunder, but you might look a little piratey.
Oh, no problem.
Is there a place to buy perhaps finer raiments than?
Is there a place for nicer clothes?
Yes.
You get nice pirate clothes.
Yeah, I mean, I had to sort of... She's wearing different clothes than she was last time you saw her. She's like, yeah, but it's sort of this style.
Ugh. No offense.
I'm taking that guy.
Come be a pirate with me.
Are we
I
all?
mean, I'm sure you can get like.
I'm sure there are others. You
sophisticated-
just have to look. I don't know of it. It's a pretty busy place.
Maybe we'll see what we have time for. Let's
Well, take
let's
a
just go.
walk.
Yeah.
I go to the adventuring. The pirate
Privateer's
one.
Plunder?
Yes.
Cool. Everybody else joining? Or?
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope Winfield is going to be
Oh,
here.
yeah.